From your Chapter 14 folder, open the file Chapter 1404 Electrical Devices. Here in the floor plan Power Level 1, we want to start placing some power outlets. From the Systems tab, click on Device. Let's take a look at the Properties palette. On the Type selector, we've got several different types of outlets that we can place. Select the single unswitched socket outlet and scroll in to the north side of the building. As you'd expect with a socket outlet, its immediate placement is the wall. So even though this wall is in the linked file, when we hover over one of the walls, we can see the socket outlet being placed. Before we select its placement, however, let's check its elevation. Here we can see the default elevation is 1200. Let's put in something like 450. And then place a selection of socket outlets around the room. But what about floor boxes though? We could still have a floor box with a socket outlet in it. So here we can change the placement to place on a work plane. We'll keep the single unswitched socket outlet and place 4 floor-mounted socket outlets. What you need to do with this particular family though is, if you only want to see the symbolic representation, you need to edit the family, and here's why. Placing the socket outlet in plan, we also get the 3-dimensional geometry associated with the family that's not visible in a regular plan view. But as this fitting is being treated as if it's on the face, we can see the 3-dimensional geometry as well. What I've done here is edited the family and added a parameter that says it's visible in plan. Unchecking that box means that the 3D geometry is then turned off for this socket in this view. Your other option would be to have an entirely different family, but for an element that's treated generally as a schematic object, is there much point?